Next segment brought to you by the Low T Center.
We finished.
Do you know your numbers? Go to lowtcenter.com. All right, we're going to tell everybody what our final four picks are. All right, and we're going to do it via graphic.
Ooh.
And we're going to go region by region.
Via
all right?
graphic?
Region by region.
Sounds like the first movies were called Viographics.
I'm going first, and I want you to know that all four of my picks are still alive right now.
And I just saw recently the play of the tournament.
Yeah, tell that story.
Well, I was telling you up here, UAB is playing Iowa State, and there's a fast break basket, and so the guard, whose name I forget, but he does a behind the back dribble, and then he does a behind the back pass to the trailing guy who dunks the basketball, and the analyst, whose name I don't remember and don't care about, said, "That's got to be the play of the tournament." Okay.
The first game on the first day. All right, here are my final four picks, Woodrow.
I can't wait to see this.
I have Kentucky.
Oh.
All right. I have Kentucky. Are you surprised?
Well, I think your picks are going to match your face. Chalk.
You're close. All right. I have Arizona coming out of what bracket is that? Southwest?
Yeah.
Southwest. Out of the, look at this one. I'm not going chalk here. LSU. I got LSU.
That's West, by the way.
Oh, okay. LSU over here.
Right.
And then I'm going chalk here. I got Duke. So I've got three number. Is Arizona number one seed?
No,
I can't remember.
number two.
Number two.
Wisconsin's
So I've got
number
two
one.
number ones. I've got a number 2, and I've got a number 9 in LSU.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And here's who I have going to the final, the championship game. I've got Kentucky beating Arizona, and I've got Duke beating LSU. So I am going chalk in my final with two number ones, and I'm no dummy. I've got Kentucky beating Duke in the championship game.
Well, you pick Kentucky. That doesn't mean you're not a dummy.
That's true.
It has nothing to do with picking Kentucky.
You ready to throw yours up there?
Yeah,
Brought to you
sure,
by
sure.
Low T Center.
Yeah, and I'm not like you. I have gone really in depth. Last night I spent hours working on this. I've got Kentucky.
Sure you did.
I did, because I had to do it for Around the Horn. I'll tell you about that when we get through this. I got Kentucky. I got Arizona. Is there an echo in here? I've got Virginia. Hey, Virginia, keep an eye on Virginia. They have the best defense in the country.
I think I have them getting knocked out before the Sweet 16. I do.
And Duke. And the reason why I picked Duke, I don't think they're going to get there, but the game I want to see is Kentucky and Duke, and I keep saying that. I want to see Kentucky and Duke play.
Yeah.
I really don't care about seeing Kentucky and Virginia play. So I got Kentucky and Duke, and I have Kentucky winning the national championship, whether it's not up there or not. And that was my fault, I guess.
You're more chalk than I am. At least I have a 9 seed making it. Isn't Virginia a number 2 seed?
Yeah.
And Duke's a number 1, and Kentucky's a number 1, and Arizona's a number 2.
Yeah, I was being somewhat facetious.
Way to
with
put
you.
your neck on the line there, Wood.
So every year, Around the Horn on ESPN, in which I'm involved with, does a bracket, part of the ESPN bracket. And Will Ferrell has a bracket of his own this year, and Mike and Mike and Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, the whole
and
ESPN
SportsCenter,
family.
Yeah. And so we have one, and I think there's several 100,000 people the last I checked who have joined up, including my neighbor John, who you've met, and you could have gotten on there.
You didn't tell me about it.
And so I spent hours, because it's posted and people give responses. Like social media, they go, "Paige, you're the worst person."
Sure.
And I told you my mother won it, so it shows you what it is. So I did spend a lot of time going game by game, and I listened to Dick Vitale when I could yesterday, and some of the things he said about Eastern Washington, so that kind of swayed me. Some of the things that we've talked about, and I think I came up with a really good bracket, because you're not going to win it with Kentucky, but you're going to win it with points along the way.
Yes.
And I don't understand the formula, but if Les has got his bracket, which he can hold up and you can take a photograph of, but if you want to see mine, you can go to the ESPN bracket. And my name this year, did you ever see the movie Goldfinger?
The old James Bond movie? Oh yeah, years and years. I don't remember a whole lot.
I assume
about
everybody. Well, you will remember this because I have a photo of it on my desk.
Was Sean Connery James Bond
sure.
in that one? Yeah.
And Goldfinger was Auric Goldfinger, played by Gert Frobe, German actor who was voiced over the whole movie because
Really?
nobody could understand him.
Huh.
Oh yeah, I'm the expert on James Bond. On my desk at home, on my coffee table is the complete James Bond archives, including scripts and photos, because my goal in life was to write one of the Bond movies. I wanted to replace Ian Fleming, and I've been to his place in Jamaica where he wrote the books. So I'm a freako. If there's something people don't know about me, except they know about it on Around the Horn. So my name on the, so you'll remember this, even though you don't remember much about the movie. There was a laser beam, and James Bond was tied to the table, and laser beams coming up between his legs, which is going to be really
That
painful.
could be painful.
Yeah. And so he looks up at Goldfinger. He says, "You expect me to talk, Goldfinger?" And he said, "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die." And so my name is, "No, Mr. Reale, I expect you to die." That's my name for the tournament. So if you go to ESPN, it's one of the great lines in movie history. No, I don't want you to talk. I want you to die.
Is there a team that you have in your tournament bracket who's going a little further than most others? Most others would have them go.
SMU.
Yeah, too.
There we are, SMU. And what did Larry Brown said? We're going to talk about it later.
We are. He said that Kentucky could be a playoff team if it played in the NBA's Eastern Conference.
People are laughing. You know what he said before the season started about Kentucky?
What did he say?
Kentucky's starting lineup is the number 1 team in the country, and the number 2 team in the country is Kentucky's backups. That's what he said before the season started. So he's been correct so far,
Well,
and now he says they could have gone to the Eastern Conference playoffs in the NBA.
We'll debate Mr. Brown a little and his comments a little later in the show. I want to tell you more about Low T Center, though. 1 out of every 3 men over the age of 40 might have low testosterone. You really should get your numbers checked if you're over 40. Low T Center can make it really, really easy for you. You just walk into any of their facilities, you take a simple blood test, and you'll get your results in minutes. You can walk in, you should make an appointment. It is covered by most health insurance companies, so go in there, tell them Les and Woody sent you. If you want more info about the Low T Center, go to lowtcenter.com.